Good morning or good afternoon, whatever part of the country you're in. This is my area. I got my boxes built. The only thing I gotta do now is put some leaves in the bottom, and then some sticks, and then some more leaves, and then I put the dirt in. And I use sticks and leaves for like a compost kind of breakdown, and plus it gives extra nutrients in the dirt and soil and everything else. But these boxes here, they are fairly, well, I would say they're fairly easy to put together. The problem of it is they're very cheap and cheaply made. And I would not suggest buying these at all. I did it on a whim. I saw a lot of bad reviews. I saw some good ones. So I took a stab in the dark and got them anyway. If I had it do over again, I wouldn't do it. And these are called the Good Life boxes. Get them on eBay. I got mine fairly cheap compared to other people. Most people were selling them between $60 and $70, $80. I got mine for, I think it was like $55, $56 each. Yeah, if I would spend 80 bucks on these bed things here, and it's for as cheap as they are, yeah, I would have been highly pissed off. Because these are very cheap, and this is the first one I put together, and there's in the instructions are very poorly done. So this box here was my first box, and I cussed more times on this one than I did any other one. But I'm kind of glad that it turned out this way, because they're supposed to be, as you see on these, there's supposed to be a top piece here, then it goes to the second piece, and it goes to the third part. Well, I got a cat around me. This one here, I didn't put the third section on. I just left this one a big basin. And the reason why I was going to go back and do it again, but I was like, you know what, screw it, it's already here, I'm not going to worry about it. Because in this big old plant piece right here, this bedding area, is where I'm going to stick all my dill seed. So I have a great big old pile of dill right here. Now down here in the bottom piece, I might throw some beets in there. I got some turnip seeds I might throw in there too, and just have turnips and dill on this one. Now this one, I haven't made my mind up if this is going to be like a like a sage and cilantro and stuff like that type, like a mixture of like different herbal type things that we use periodically. Now this one on this side, I know for sure I'm sticking cucumbers on this top section, and I'm going to run my cattle fence that goes from here over dome shaped into this one, and there'll be cucumbers on this side too. Now as far as these two boxes here and the two boxes on that one, I really could not tell you what I'm going to put into it right now, but I just know I'm putting cucumbers on this box here, on the top upper one, and on the upper box here I'm putting cucumbers as well. Now in this long box here, it's going to be tomato plants. This one here is going to be some tomato and timotales, and I'm not sure about the other. And in this box here, I really couldn't, I have no idea what I'm going to stick in this one here as of yet. Like I said, the gardening stuff, I still got about a week. Well, after this weekend, it'll be what? Well, next week will be May. So in 2 weeks time, it'll be safe to start planting. And that's why I haven't really done anything with this yet, because I don't want to get anything started. Because if I get, if I get them loaded with dirt, I'm gonna be tempted to put stuff in it. So as of right now, that's why I'm leaving them empty. That way I won't do anything stupid and dumb and start planting stuff, and the frost will come in and kill it, and then I'm kind of SOL. But And the reason why I'm putting the tarps down is basically if I was to buy all the netting that you put on the ground, like your weed barrier stuff, I would spend more money in that than I would anything else. So that's why I'm just throwing tarps down. I've used tarps before. It works great. Water still comes through, you know. Plus, if it gets too wet, it can get out easier. And I just like the tarp thing better. You know, a lot of people are going to say, well, you should have used the grass mat stuff, but I don't care. I just do what I feel is comfortable and what I'm used to, and that's all I do. But this is my garden area. Now, there is going to be a lot of space in between, and the reason I have the space in between is I want movability so where I can get in between things and get around things, and it won't be a pain in my ass try to get to stuff. And my cattle fence, of course I can't really see real good, I have my glasses on. My cattle fence is right in here somewhere. Of course I can see it. I can see it off the camera, but on the camera I can't see nothing. So, but that's my cattle fence. I'm gonna stick in these two boxes right here, which is going to give me about an 8-foot. When it's domed over, it's going to be about an 8-foot walkway through. So I'll have me a decent, you know, trellis and things can grow up and everything else. Now, this here is my chives I've had for a long time, and they're just now starting to blossom and seed, which I'll try to keep all the seeds in here so that way it grows even stronger. I've had this plant now for probably 2-3 years now, and I haven't picked anything of it. I let it grow, and I let the seeds form, and when the seeds form they fall back inside there. Of course they grow more, and I am going to use it eventually. I want to make sure it's going to thrive real well before I start picking things and pulling things. And that's my goat skull. That's from my buck I had a long time ago. He died, and I buried him in the yard. And after all the bugs did their work, I pulled a skull out. I'm gonna hang that up around here somewhere. Now, there's 3 plant pots there. There's a coupler there, and I got another one down here. Let me zoom in. It's like walking back up that way. I got another one right there where that little bush piece is sticking up. Plant, what do we call it? There's a planter there, and this is where I'm gonna put my hot peppers in, but to keep them spaced far enough away to where it doesn't affect my other things I'm gonna be growing that's not gonna be hot. Now, where all this wood stacked up on top of, I got it on there to keep this kitty right here and that kitty right there from laying on top of it and trying to dig into it, because I got 750 seeds of ginseng planted in that run right there. And I gotta get some more gas this afternoon. My yard's starting to grow up again. Oh, I'm picky about grass. Like through here, I always try to keep this cut nice and short. My apple tree's going good. All the blossoms have done the jobs. There's a couple bumblebees floating around there. There's a wasp right there on the plant. Yeah, this is my area. I cut this, and since somebody owns all this over here, like there's the land company bought all this property up. I'm not touching this. You know, it's going to grow asshole tall or 7 feet tall. I don't care. That's not my worries. That's not my property. I'm not going to touch it. Technically, I have touched it some because I mowed across here, but because my property ends right at about where the grass goes to dirt and it goes to noodle, goes this way and it follows up to my tree and it goes across there. That's my property line. Technically, that's my property line. But I am mowing over this way some, so that way I have enough room to move around and get things moved around and everything else. But I will mow this through here periodically through the summer, even though part of this is not mine. I will still mow it, just that way I know I have access around things, and I can move around, stuff like that. Because this lot right here, nobody's gonna buy this for anything anytime soon, because this is a floodplain, bigger than shit. I mean, all this right here, when it rains, almost all this here's underwater. So yeah, good luck somebody buying that to put anything on. Okay, this is my plot I was telling you about, and I have no idea what this plant is. It just came up and started growing, and I really couldn't tell you what it is. I have no idea. It has kind of like a minty kind of smell to it, but it's not mint though. It has a fragrance when you rub the leaves and you smell it, so I have no idea what it is. I might have to Google it and find out. Now, what I have been using is that grass mat like this. I've been using it in my boxes. Actually, I have it in that box there, and I was going to put it in this box, but I ran shy, so I'm just going to probably lay it in there, put some stuff on top of it for a weight down, and get a couple more pieces of it, because I have a few pieces floating around the yard, like this right here. This is an old piece that came out of one of the beds. I like that one better because it drains better. But yeah, this is my project I've been working on the past 2.5 weeks, doing piece by piece. There's my pot and soil. There's the boxes right there, the ones I would say, if you find them cheaper than $20 a box, well, if you find about 20-30 bucks, I would consider getting it. Anything more than 30 bucks, don't waste your time on, because it's a pain in the ass and you'll cuss more than you ever cussed in your life. There's my gaggle. I got that. Of course, I'm posted as well. And then down here, I'll walk up this way. They're gonna kill me, what, 10-15 steps. There's my no parking fire lane. One of the people I know one time was out here. They're like, well, how'd you get that sign and the other sign? And I told them, I said, well, when you work on the fire department for a while, they replace certain signs and get rid of things. And so I was like, hell with it, I'll take them home and hang them up. That there's aluminum cans and steel cans, like soup cans, stuff like that. I recycle everything. I don't throw nothing away if I don't have to. And there's the kids' go-kart. I had to get worked on here soon, so they can have fun tearing the yard up with it. There's Loki. That's my watchdog. He's on a chain because he can't do as he's told. He wants to run. And then on top of it, if he gets too loose, he's already killed chickens before. And I have a feeling if he got back towards the goats, he'd kill one of them, and I definitely had to kill him then. Here's my semi-wood pile we're going to use for campfire things in the yard this summer. There's an old smoker I got for next to nothing. I'm going to use that for something. I don't know exactly what. I'm going to use it for a smoker again, but I'm going to alter it in a way to, I might use it for like a grill, more or less like a grill form than an upright smoker. I don't know. I got all kinds of little things I got to do still. I still got to saw those branches up there. I got to cut them up with the chainsaw. I got a pile over there, and I got another pile on the other side of the house. Finally got the pull up. It's we got to move it about 1.5 to 2 feet this way, so it's level. And as I put some water in it last night to see how, not a bunch, I put maybe a few inches in it. just to see how the level base would work, and we're too high on this end and we're too low on that end, so we're gonna drain the plug up this afternoon and eventually attempt to move it, like I said, this way about 1.5 feet, because, well, between 1.5 feet, because then it should be level. So, and it's dirty in hell, so we gotta clean the inside of it real good and then start to get some chemicals for it. But this is a short video compared to my 15 to 30 minute ones. So y'all have a good day.